O.J. Simpson's double murder trial was a huge blow to the Kardashian family, temporarily tearing them apart. Kris Jenner and Robert Kardashian divorced 5 years before O.J. Simpson went on trial for the 1994 murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman. But it was the lawsuit, not the divorce, that forced the Kardashian children Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, and Rob Jr. to choose between their parents. Welcome to Celebs Unlock. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming celebrity gists. In the 15 months between O.J.'s indictment and acquittal, Robert and his ex-wife Kris argued against him in court, and the children broke away from their alliance with their parents when they disagreed about O.J.'s innocence or guilt. The Kardashian children were 15, 13, 9, and 7 years old respectively on the day Nicole and Ron were murdered. "It's been very difficult for our family," Kim told GQ in 2023. "Kourtney and I were attracted to our father. We felt that since my mother had happily remarried, we would be living with my father. We didn't want him to be alone." Of course, Robert became a member of O.J.'s dream team of lawyers. He had not practiced law in 20 years and had to reactivate his license to participate. Meanwhile, Khloe and Rob Kardashian Jr. were playing with their mom. She remarried in April 1991. 1 month after her divorce from Robert Sr., and took the name Jenner. Kardashian's divorce in 1991 ended the days when Kris, Robert, Nicole and O.J., who died Thursday at age 76, spent much time together as friends. But Kris was playing with Nicole, and Robert was playing with O.J. The two met on a tennis court in 1969 and remained friends for more than 20 years. They shared common business interests and both enjoyed an elite lifestyle and the University of Southern California, where the former earned a bachelor's degree and the latter a Heisman Trophy. Robert met Nicole Brown around 1977, and O.J. was an usher at Robert and Kris Horton's wedding in 1978. O.J. married Nicole in 1985, but they divorced in 1992, and attempts at reconciliation failed the following year. Then, on June 12, 1994, waiter Ron Goldman walked 10 minutes from Mezzaluna, where Nicole was dining with her family, to her Brentwood apartment. He returned her glasses that she had left after her meal. Both men were brutally murdered on her doorstep, and the rest, including the impact it had on the Kardashian family, is history. As the investigation begins, Robert notices that he is carrying the famous bulging Louis Vuitton bag that O.J. After a short overnight trip to Chicago, he returned home on June 13, 1994. Prosecutors suspected that it contained bloody clothing or a weapon and tried to question Robert about what was inside. But Robert said he had never looked inside and tried to hand it over to the authorities. He said he was also rejected. On June 17, 1994, O.J. led authorities on a slow-motion chase in a white Ford Bronco after spending the previous night at Robert's house, where Kim and Kourtney were also sleeping. Robert tried to talk to a friend on his cell phone during the 60-mile chase that involved the country. That night, he read O.J.'s rambling farewell letter to reporters and the national television audience, and in doing so became a celebrity. While the former football pro was in prison awaiting trial, he regularly visited O.J. Robert wrote a letter to his ex-boyfriend and their children in November 1994, on the eve of O.J.'s trial. "I think it's very sad that our family is divided between the guilty and the innocent," he said in a letter reprinted in Kris's 2012 memoir. "I don't want our family to fall apart because of this. Please understand that I am trapped in my current position and cannot escape. This issue must be concluded. I truly believe in O.J.'s innocence, and if he is not found guilty, I will continue to support him. Kris, I think you also strongly believe in his guilt. You have a right to your beliefs, just like I do." Robert brought Kim and Kourtney into court at least once, and he spent most of his time sitting next to O.J. on the edge of the defense table, while the jury looked at the gory photos of Nicole and Rob. "My dad picked Kourtney and me up from school," Kim said in an interview with GQ last year. He said, "I want you to witness a piece of history and what a trial is like. When we walked in, her mother was sitting on the other side. I saw you there. She said you should go to school. What are you doing here?" Neither Kourtney nor I looked at her. Let us know in the comments section below.